Hello, welcome to my meal prep vlog. In this video I'm going to be showing you what I do every week so I can cook once for the week and then I don't have to worry about cooking, because honestly I don't like cooking, so I prefer to do it as little as possible because it just takes a lot of time. So I like to cook and then store all my food in the fridge, and in today's video I'm going to show you how. So, with that being said, if you're not already following me, subscribe please, and if you're not already following me on Instagram, I would appreciate it if you subscribe there too, because I post all sorts of productivity stuff, and also you'll get notified when this channel is posted too, if that makes sense. So yeah, with that being said, on with the video. Okay, so step one is you'll want to gather all your ingredients. We've got some vegetables here, we've got some eggs, and there's some, what's this, honey, yep, peanut butter, and some plum tomatoes. I've got some peppers here, some hummus, some wraps, spaghetti, and some porridge oats. Okay, so these are all the ingredients I'm going to need. And a slight step two to this is you need to gather your containers. So I got some of these meal prep containers. They're super easy to buy, they're super cheap, and they just keep my food really nicely. They're a bit leaky, so if you're worried about that, don't put anything super wet like soup in them. So yeah, step one, gather the ingredients, gather your containers. Okay, so on to step three. Step three is to divide all the ingredients by meal. So I'm just going to take you through it because that's going to make more sense. So over here I've got all the ingredients I need for my breakfast. So I'm going to be making peanut butter and oat breakfast bars with sunflower seeds and some honey. And then over here I have ingredients for lunches, so that's going to be eggs and hummus and lettuce wraps. Over here I've got ingredients for dinner, so that's going to be some vegetables, spaghetti, and then chicken. I managed to get my chicken out of the freezer, so yep, don't forget that. If you have some frozen ingredients, make sure to get those out. And that is step three. Okay, so the next step is to get out all the equipment you're going to need. So for me that's one plate, one knife, 3 bowls. I'll explain what the bowls are for in a minute. And I forgot to say this at the beginning, but I did it anyway, so I should mention it. Please, 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 always at this stage, wash your hands. You don't want to be chopping up vegetables with dirty hands. You don't want to get sick. You don't want any of that bother, okay? So, PSA, wash your hands. And then make sure you've got a nice sharp knife, because you're going to be cutting some vegetables. 1 plate at least, you might need more, and as many bowls as you will need for the next step. So if you watch it, it'll make sense. Okay, so, on to the next step. Okay, so now I have chopped all the vegetables. So I don't know if you can see here, I've got some peppers, celery, carrots. Decided to only do one because it was actually quite a lot with the rest. Onions and green beans. So that's going to be for the dinners. I've got some lettuce for the lettuce wraps for lunches. This is going in with these guys, but I haven't opened it yet because I haven't cooked it yet. So the next step is going to be cooking all the things that need cooking. So it's going to be these eggs, this spaghetti, and this chicken. So the chicken is actually already cooked because I roasted it all last week, but what I'm going to do is stick it in the microwave to defrost, and I'm going to get the spaghetti boiling, and I'm going to get the eggs boiling. Okay, so we've got the vegetables here in the pan. I tend to use like a mix of a sort of cooking oil spray and water to cook these guys. Then over here I've got, this is unconventional, so let me know what you think. Boiling spaghetti and eggs in the same pan. I think it just saves space and money and energy and heat, but you might think I'm psychotic, so let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, I'm going to put a lid on both of these once I've managed to squish all of this into the pan. And we're going to boil them until the eggs and the spaghetti are done, and we're going to cook these guys until most of this oil has evaporated. Then we're going to add these, and I will see you in the next step. So, while we wait for my vegetables and eggs and spaghetti to cook, I'm going to be making some salad wraps. So, start out with some lettuce over here, and let's just get a bit more of that. I don't want to make too much because then it won't fold properly. So then I'll just grab some hummus, put it on like that. As you can see, my assembly technique could be better, could also be worse. So yeah, anyway, what we're going to do then is a bit hard doing this one-handed. But basically what you do is you just fold in the sides. Yeah, that's not great. Just fold in the sides, and then you're going to roll up from one end to the other. So I'll show you the wrap when it's finished. So there we go. Not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it is a wrap with hummus and salad, and I tend to keep the eggs out because I prefer to keep them in their shells until I'm ready to eat them. So I just put them alongside in the box. So what we're going to do is just put it in the box over here, and then at the end I'll make a little space and put some eggs. So that's our first one. I'm going to do the others in a similar way. Okay, so the vegetables are still cooking, and it's time to make breakfast. So over here I've got peanut butter. I might end up eating some of that, so don't judge me. Sunflower seeds and oats. I've also done all the wraps over here, so that's great. We've also got some honey, which I'm going to put in to make it actually taste of more than peanut butter and these other ingredients. So my rule of thumb is it's not a tablespoon, it's a dessert spoon, but anyway, one heaped one of these for every breakfast. So it's actually going to be more like 2. And then I mix that with probably about half of this honey, so maybe a quarter of a jar. And I'm going to do 7 of these, so it's going to be, for 7 breakfasts. And then I've got some sunflower seeds and some oats that I'm going to add to the mixture afterwards. So I'm going to make the mixture first and then show you. So this is the mixture already. You can see I've mixed the honey about halfway in, so I'm just going to keep mixing until that's all fully incorporated. This, by the way, this is delicious. Like, this is one of my top tier guilty pleasure type treats. So if you have the chance to try it, please try it because it's absolutely delicious. So I'm going to mix this well, and then I'm going to add some oats and sunflower seeds. So it's really a matter of judgment about how much to add, but I tend to add about as much oatmeal is what I mean, as peanut butter in this mix, and then some sunflower seeds, but not as many because, I don't know, maybe I just don't like them as much. So I'm going to mix that all well up with a spoon, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so this is the shape I've decided to go with. The reason most of these containers are empty is because I would fill up the rest of the container with fruit, except I forgot to buy fruit. So I would usually just do like plums, apples, oranges, grapes, whatever, some combination of those. If you want to make more, you can double, triple the recipe if you want more of these. I find that they're really rich, so I can only eat like 2. But yeah, no, obviously everybody has different nutritional needs, and that's fine. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is just like fill up the rest of the container with fruit once I've bought some. So bit of an oversight on my part, but that's how they look. I decided not to make bars because this is just an easier shape for me to make. So anyway, that's kind of breakfast. I've also managed to do lunches over here, so I've added the eggs to the boxes. Some of them have 2, some of them have 1. I guess it just depends on the size of the wrap. And I've got the chicken here that's ready to go. I microwaved it. And I'm going to bring you over here and show you. This is the dinner. So I've added this has got all the vegetables in, it's got the spaghetti in now. I am also going to add, if I can find it. Yep, found it. Okay, so I've got some chili powder here, so I'm going to add some of that in. Yeah, I like chili powder in moderation, I guess. I'm not super adventurous. So I'm just going to stir all that in, then I'm going to dish it out into the containers. I'm going to put chicken on top, and then we're pretty much done. So on to the next stage. Okay, so this is the finished dinner. We've got vegetables assorted, spaghetti, you can't really see that, but it's underneath, so, and then we've got chicken on top, so you've got protein and fat, and you've got vegetables, fibre, that kind of thing, and then carbs as well. So just making sure it's balanced. You can always add more if you want. Again, adjust portion sizes as you need to. This is just what's worked for me. Then over here we've got all the lunches, and then these breakfasts still to be finished. You might wonder why I've done 5 lunches and 5 dinners but 7 breakfasts, and that's because I like to eat different things for like lunches and dinners at the weekend. So today I went to Greggs, that was a treat, that's fun. Honestly, you think you might get bored with this, and it's fine to do more dishes and then just switch it up during the week. So just do what works for you. I'm just showing you what works for me. But I do really like these breakfasts, so I like to have them every day. And also I may have eaten some of the mixtures, so we're not going to judge that. But anyway, this is the finished product. If you're interested in more videos like this, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Instagram. The tag will be in the description. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a productive time, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye. Okay, just a slight epilogue. This is some of the damage to the kitchen because we mustn't forget clean up, and after you meal prep, honestly, this is my least favourite part of doing everything, so yeah, I try to minimise it. I only have to do this once a week because I meal prep, so I'm going to do some washing up now. I really hate washing up, and if you do too, then hopefully meal prep can help you. So anyway, real life, you have to do the washing up. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.